How's it going, guys? My name is RickySenpai and welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be on the news that's just being released. There is going to be a new My Hero Academia movie coming out soon. And how do I feel about this? First of all, just to let you guys know, it's a live action movie that's going to be coming out. And there's many feelings that, that kind of ran through me as I heard the news, but I'm kind of dissect it from the positives and the negatives. But I'm going to start with the negatives first. The negatives are it's still a very young anime, and I know a lot of people out there have been, clamming and just really excited after hearing the news. But in my opinion, from someone who's followed the anime from its very first inception, and read the manga as well, I'm kind of taken back because it's only been 3 seasons so far, the anime. I know the manga is much further along, but it's still a very young anime. And typically, when you do come out with a live action movie, it's kind of like you kind of grow the anime so far, and maybe if it was maybe 6 or 7 seasons out, then you make a live action, maybe that sounds kind of coherent enough. But the fact that it's only been 3 seasons and for them to come out already and kind of plan and in the works currently to produce a My Hero live action movie, it's taken me by surprise because, like I said, it's still a very young anime, and normally you kind of build it, you kind of build its credentials, you kind of get more people watching, more eyes, more involved, and it kind of grows from there. Because recently they've just released the new My Hero movie, which was My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, which is kind of based on Midoriya visiting an island, blah blah blah. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys because for the fans who haven't seen it, but it's a really good movie, go watch it. But they've just released that, and it's done really well. Everyone that enjoys the anime watches it, and they received it really well. So I'm not too sure if they're kind of going based on how good that movie was going to be for them to come out with a live action, but it's kind of like they're 2 different things. And when it comes to live action, from the past animes that have kind of dived into it, it hasn't come out really well, and a lot of the live action movies that we have seen, there hasn't been, or if any good ones, in my opinion. Something a live action that was kind of alright, kind of decent, I enjoyed, was the Full Metal Alchemist live action movie. I thought it was alright. It wasn't that bad, I thought it was, but if you think it sucks, then that's your problem. But I thought it was okay. I'm not saying it was the best, but it was alright. And it's half of the time when it comes to a young anime like My Hero Academia, you always want to build its credentials, like I said before, build hype, build the fan base a bit more. I know there's a huge fan base, but for them to come out with a live action, and especially being the people producing it is Legendary, and Legendary have been responsible for movies like Inception, The Dark Knight, Trilogy. They also got a new Pikachu detective movie coming out soon, from what I've heard. But they are a big Western movie producing company, so if you're gonna go with those guys, then you can bet they got some serious coin to throw around if they want to put serious production value into a live action for My Hero. And that's the negative that I feel about it, because it's still a really young anime. Second of all, is that the fans who are currently watching the anime and reading the manga and stuff, they're kind of like your core fans, they're really diehard, and the last thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and make a live action movie and it doesn't live up to the hype, doesn't live up to everything that the base fans, the hardcore fans, expect from it. Because usually when you do a movie like this, and it's usually for an anime that's been many seasons in, you're not, you can't afford to make, mistakes, because people that are going to support it no matter what are the fans who enjoy it the most. But because this is a young anime and they've choose to kind of come out with the live action movie, a lot of the core fans, if they don't like it, they don't love it, they don't enjoy it, they will be the most vocal, and a lot of the times when you watch and you hear things, for you to go and enjoy or watch, it's usually from word of mouth. And if the fans don't like it, they will let everyone know that it was a really crap live action movie. And also, a point I like to make out is that it's gonna be exposure to the West, for anyone who hasn't seen or heard of My Hero Academia. This might be the first experience watching the live action movie for them to get into the anime. And if they watch it and it's a complete just utter mistake and crap job done to it, then they're not going to watch it. They definitely will not watch it and get into the anime, because it's the best thing you can do And the best thing that you can, the best impression you can leave on people coming in to watch something new that they've never seen before is leave a really, really good first impression. So I feel because it's still a young anime, and even though Legendary has the money to throw around to, to the production and everything like that, into CGI and etc., you can't replace good acting. So they need good actors. If they're gonna do this, they need to get good actors, and actors, not just actors that are just actors who are just around, but they need to grab good actors, to play the characters, because the characters are so animated in this anime. They're so lively, and they just need to do it right. That's all I'm saying, because if it's a shit job, then it's definitely gonna be a shit response from the fans. Okay, that's enough of the bad stuff. The positives for this is the fact that there is going to be a live action movie, and because I'm a fan, I'm kind of hoping that they do come out and they just smash it out of the park, because who wouldn't want to see All Might and all his glory, in the flesh, and see Midoriya in the flesh, Bakugo, Todoroki, and see all the, just see the vibrance of the characters live on screen, and that's what I'm looking forward to, And if they pull this off, a Legendary can put, their money to the right places, and develop it properly, with proper actors, get the CGI right, get, everything right, the environment, the people, the feel, and I don't mind if it's in Japanese and we use subtitles to watch. I don't mind that, I really don't mind it. But as long as the acting is really good, CGI and everything is on point, I am more than happy to support it, and that's one of the positives that you can take away from it. Second positive is the fact that it's only been 3 seasons, and for Legendary to kind of work in partnership, with the My Hero producers, to come out with a live action movie, it must really speak volumes to just how good this anime is doing worldwide, because from what I've heard, Kohei, which was the manga writer, the manga artist for this, for anime My Hero, he's not gonna have any direct kind of ties to the movie and its vision and the way it's going. I'm not too sure why, because the last thing you want is not have the creator on board. It's good. It would be good to have the creator, because he's kind of got like separate vision. He's got a better insight of the heroes and the way they act. And just small nuances to the characters. But I trust that they know what they're doing. But from what I've heard, Yoritomi, who is one of the bosses at the publishers of the manga, is going to be there to kind of help direct around the certain traits and maybe the certain nuances of the character. So I just hope they really do it justice, because this is their one and only shot to get this right, because if this thing flogs, then it's gonna flog really, really bad. So that's the positive that I'm taking away from. Second of all, the last positive that I'm gonna take away from the big news is the fact that I'm just happy that this franchise as a whole is taking off. They've got video games coming out, the anime is doing well, the manga is doing really well over in Japan. I think it's one of the top 5 manga sales in Japan, and it's doing really well across the world as well, because just from what I've seen, the hype, the news, just following people around, on social media and stuff, this is it's just blowing over, because it's for some reason people love superheroes. People love superheroes and people love villains, so maybe that's why it's taken off. But the positive takeaway from this is the fact that this movie has garnered so much support and attention, and fans just going crazy over it, that they've decided to, at this early stage, to make a movie out of it. So I'm just really happy, and really happy about just the success of this anime, because no one did really know. From the first season, you didn't even know if there was going to be a second season. When the second season came out, the third season came out, you were just surprised. So as a whole, the positive takeaway from this is the fact that this franchise is doing really well. And during the age of social media, where everything can be kind of vocalized and told and everything, I'm really excited for this, because if this anime does right and does justice by its consumers, its fans, and just from the way that the fan base is growing, I'm really excited, because I know it's going to be big money, big dollars going to be made for, and I'll be happy to say that, man, I was there from day one. But yeah, those are my thoughts. And the thing is, I want to get is that if you guys have any, any ideas or any thoughts on what you or how you guys feel about the news, feel free to jot them down in the comments, and we'll definitely reply to it. And if there are any other animes that you want to watch us cover, as we continue this daily grind to get out more content for you guys, please let us know in the description, underneath our comments description. Let us know in the comments, and we'll be definitely sure to answer. But I just want to say thank you for the support and thank you for joining us for this video. This is RickySenpai, and I'm out.